Have you ever lost a loved one? In society, they tell you to just forget it. Forget it, forget it, they tell you. They tell you not to think about someone who has already died. Or they say don't think about death because it's bad or because it's a bad superstition. Or whatever they tell you related to this. Well, the time has come for you to hear a new story from the rest of the people and from the rest of the countries. You are going to listen what many people are discovering related to this particular holiday celebrated in Mexico and that is spreading around the world because of its benefits and because of the new visions of life that are already helping to change the world positively. In this video, I am going to show you just a few things about why this Mexican holiday is revolutionizing the lives of many people. I will show you the main reasons why this is just the beginning of a new era where people are enjoying life with new mental ways of looking at death. The new ways of seeing and enjoying life with true freedom. Without further ado, give me your like and this adventure begins here.
The subject of death in our lives is still a very taboo part in many countries of the world. It has been said that the worst punishment for our crimes and mistakes in life is death itself. With this, I will introduce you to the first reason why Day of the Dead is a healthy holiday. In many books and movies, through the history, death has been used to scare children and adults in many ways. Only a very few of these have spoken about the subject positively. And that's why we have been terrified with the simple word. The important thing here is because of the negative connotation, the meaning we give to things. This leads us to the second reason, the image of a skull. There is a fear related to the images of skulls, especially those that are placed in the images of Mexico. This is also due to the meaning we give to appearances, which is closely related to the first reason before, only this time it is about appearances. Let's never judge something only by its appearance, since it can be something that sometimes you can't even imagine what truly hides inside. I know that in many cases, esoteric or cult themes are touched on, as in any other country. This image is also very associated with crime and violence. But when talking about true Mexican culture and a skull or a skeleton in the image of Mexico, it refers to the positive meaning that death has. This brings me to the third reason, Aztec meaning. The Aztecs were very intelligent, and since then, they were prepared on how to handle the issues of death correctly. The culture of the Aztecs, and not only theirs, it is almost certain that all our ancestors around the world already saw the death as something natural, as part of the life cycle. The Aztecs were full of knowledge and even had a too heroic perspective when someone died, since they became a new god or part of the world of the gods, as was the Mictlan, which was the Aztec paradise.
Stay tuned here because in a minute I will reveal to you the most important reason that most people today are successfully using to get rid of all the negativity in their lives. And that is the main reason why they feel so identified with this holiday. I'll tell you what it is in a minute. Before, I will give you the reason number 4, curative art.
This is one of the favorites of the people and mine too. And it's one of the reasons why many people want to do tourism in Mexico. And not only in Mexico, in many parts of the world We humans try to use art to give a positive perspective to everything in life. Even we humans try to do the same with the most negative things that exist, such as death. This is the case in Mexico, and here we always try to see the positive in everything, even death. And here comes my favorite, and it is the reason that the Hollywood film director Tim Burton uses to heal the traumas of his life. And this will be the reason number 5, Tim Burton therapy. And there was an occasion that Tim came to Mexico, and in an interview, he expressed all the things that have been commented here. He said that he has always felt identified with Mexico since he was a child when he watched the famous horror movies of Mexican wrestlers. He said that art related to that is his favorite part, so he relaxes and gets inspired whenever he can and comes to Mexico. So this same therapy is the one that many artists and tourists are using to see the subject of death more normally and positively. And like Hollywood film director Tim Burton, he creates his amazing movies and wonderful worlds in his stories, inspired by the dark art of death and his childhood imagination. With this curiosity, I bring you the reason number 6, inner child. The art always gives that magic touch to everything. It gives the fantasy or world need. We create a parallel fantasy world to the current one. It is important that when you see this holiday and its theme of death, you see it from a child's perspective. By saying this, I mean that you bring out your inner child a little, even if it is a game within your imagination. Bringing out your inner child helps us see life a little more fun and also brings out our creativity, creating fantastic worlds within our minds, which gives us a lot of pleasure. This is not at all to be immature to think like this, since we always do it with our feet on the ground.
And finally, here I have the reason that I went ahead and told you that so much people are currently using successfully to get rid of all the negativity in their lives, and that I will reveal to you right now. And it is that all the reasons that I had taught you before already together make a very powerful effect called acceptance.
As it is said, all the reasons that I have taught you guide us towards the later, which is acceptance. Acceptance in the face of any difficulty, in the face of pain. And this is taught by the famous and spiritual writer and teacher Eckhart Tolle in his book The Power of Now, which I definitely recommend you to read. In this book and his teachings, you can see the message of accepting the enjoyment that freeing your mind gives you in the face of any adversity, accepting the reality of everything, connecting it with the beauty of the nature of everything in this universe. And that clearly this message obviously connects with this holiday that is the Mexican Day of the Dead.
And you know now one thing that I was thinking about to end this video with something special. I wanted to end paying tribute to all those people who have already left during the difficult years that we have already passed. And also encouraging you to practice these reasons that I talk about, and that for sure make life more beautiful. And I know that when I post this video, the Day of the Dead will have already passed, but it will always be the month of November, my favorite month of the year, in which I will be posting this video if you're watching me right now. So it's a month where the month of the dead, we call it in Mexico, and one month that always inspires me a lot. And so I didn't want this idea, inspiration to be waste, so that's why I'm recording right now. And well guys, this is all for now, and I invite you to give me a like if you enjoy this video, and for sure I will ask you to comment below what do you think about all these reasons that I talk about and your point of view. Also very important to subscribe to my channel because I will bring you more videos like this with some inspiration. I will for sure guys to bombard you in the next videos with more about my culture. I am Villa Moreno and goodbye.